When you start your anime journey, you don't really know what good shit is. Was I the only one who loved this? Like, really loved it? It was one of my first harem animes to ever watch, and I loved it too much. And by the time when season 2 dropped, I had been dipping my little toes in the world of anime, and these inevitable pair of glasses gets created over my pure little eyes that lets you see through shitty shit. And season 2, even 1, which I adored, was absolutely poo-poo. Shit. I couldn't stand it. But the problem here is not the shit anime. People will love what they love. The problem here is the glasses. Glasses made of expectations, own inserted standards, shit opinions. Like, really, how good are your opinions really, Mrs. Smarthead? But in short, glasses that project what you like. After achieving these glasses, you start hating on shit, and anime becomes harder to watch. You're in this darkness full of repetitive, money-hungry Japanese men or women, but then, once in a while, it starts to shine. Awesome Ranking grasps the essentials in animation, moving pictures, and elevates it to the highest of quality. The essentials are often overlooked in anime because of different reasons. There is too many reasons and often needed in some animes. That's not a problem, but Awesome Rankings can skip the reasons because of the story it tells and the pacing it holds and carries it out with an amazing production. As for essentials, I will sum it up with one word, because when everything gets smashed together, it becomes just this: engaging. This anime, Awesome Rankings, are so engaging, especially for the first half. Engaging doesn't necessarily mean it's theoretically good, on paper, but what it is, it's pure entertainment, a good fucking watch. You don't have time to think or wander off in your mind while watching it, since every minute, second matters. You are literally just sitting there immersed with emotions and can't look away. That's the core heart of anime, or movies even. You can't stop looking. Not for what to come, but for what is happening. There's always a beat going on, and you can't or want to miss it. This is mostly thanks to the production behind it. It's animated in such an expressive way, and don't waste a single page while connecting it to the next one. Wonderful. Shubarashi, minasan. But the opportunity arises for them to take it, thanks to this webcomic. You probably haven't read the webcomic. The art is not good. It is expressive and gives a certain feeling, but that doesn't matter. That was all up for the production team to interpret and make it work on screen, which they fucking did. But what matters is the heavy stuff: world building, art style, characters, and of course the story. The world is bigger and deeper than you imagine, and always keeps evolving and keeps you interested in the story. It's more magical than you think. The art style is very different, and the core for everything. Props up for the production and animators for taking this above and beyond. Nice. The art style also carries over to the character design, which are also very interesting and good. Persons can look like this, cool giants, underworld people. It's somewhat specific and represent the character's personality. It gives this childish Disney feeling, which is not bad in any way, but not often, if ever, used in this way. It is a classic, just, from this alone. Then we have the story, the clause for everything, the beginning and the end, literally. The story is nothing complicated, but entropes you on a journey fulfilled with mysteries and emotions. It's one of the better to do it, and entails everything you need for the first half of the show. The second half, when everything gets concluded, is when it gets somewhat boring. It wraps up all the stories told, but are also shackled by my favorite boy, Boji. I wish my future kids are deaf. He is awesome, best boy ever made. He's a deaf little weakling of a prince to arguably the strongest king. This makes him an easy target to be looked down on. The whole town laughs at him, the royal family does not seem fit to be a future king, and my boy, he's handicapped. It sounds harsh, but he is. He's deaf. He's not black, he doesn't have filthy peasant blood or anything. He has a disability that makes him different in a way that's not often told. And he's a weak motherfucker, so that doesn't help. Would be better to be black and deaf. Then at least he would be able to steal shit and, you know, roast people in sign language. So his journey to overcome all this and become something great, not just the king, but the king, shackles the story. It's not that he can't fail, but the things he must achieve becomes too big for the story to handle. It has some deep, dark shit in it, and people other than Boji are straight up brutal. Ready to kill his own brother, sacrifice your family, packed with devils, or just willing to kill, destroy everything. And all these people see no consequences at all. It gets wrapped up way too nicely, and somewhat all thanks to our boy Boji. Which is fine. Go Boji go. But in terms of entertainment, the last like 5 episodes just becomes pure Disney. Every problem gets confronted, then there's this feeling, oh, how will this end? And it turns out good for every single problem. So just sit there and yay, Boji changed their mind again. Woohoo! Story-wise, or theoretically, you may say, the story is not bad. People that do bad stuff don't have to be dealt with consequences of their actions, especially in a fantasy world. What it does give instead is a pure and delicate insight as to why they are doing it, and there is some joy in seeing people being conflicted and understanding about where they went wrong, but also gaining the understanding from others. The memory transfer is a bit of a story cheat code though, and should never be used ever, at least for compassion. Of course it's easy to understand someone if you have front row tickets for the memories. That's some lazy writing right there, man. Fucking shit show, man. No. Ozama Rankings is a good show and will be a classic throughout the creation of anime, for sure. The art, the world, the flow of it all is special and produced magnificently. Taking a different concept and doing it so engaging and just being pure entertainment, for the first half at least, is the core of anime and why it keeps on living. Trust me, there are other shit out there that's not needed. It might be good in its own way, but that is not what anime is about, is it? It ends on a note where season 2 is prominent. I haven't read the webcomic, but it does continue after season 1. Since I haven't read it, I can't say much. We'll probably read it one day and we can talk from there. The possibilities are endless and looking very good. It ends on a really good note in that sense. I might just as well hope for season 2 and experience the wonderful bliss I did at the beginning of this gem.